Hello everyone, it's me, BDevine. I hope that you are doing awesome wherever you are. I didn't exactly know what I wanted to bring here other than I had to do a little bit of a broadcast today. I hope that you have tried the flame reset, breathing and connection. It really does help you to obviously reset yourself, set your purpose, bring your focus back in, and align yourself with where you want to be. I want to go over a few things now that I've started talking, because as we move through October, okay, we are moving through an enormous change. If you were with me with the Convergence webinar in September, some amazing things begun to happen as a collective through this work. And through this work, if you start being a part of these webinars once a month, learning through them, starting to have the activations, you are going to feel like me. And that is that nothing is going to stop you from what is going to come through you, around you, the way that your attitude changes, the way that your body begins to shift and heal like super quickly, the way that you look, the way that you feel, how your confidence levels are. The activation process, when you go through this with me, is so massive, it has no choice but to, by proxy, also shift and elevate others in your home, in your environment. The friends that you have are going to fall away suddenly. The ones that are false, this is what you're asking for. You're asking to have those who are in alignment with you, your allies, come forward, and people who are false, they need to leave. Why would you want to bring along with you things that are potentially taking your energy away from you? So although it's surprising, it's very surprising, even for myself, long-time followers just ghosting, people who have known me for ages just suddenly just out of there. And that's okay. I have to trust the process. Because as we shift our awareness to where it is that we truly want to be, we're also collapsing down systems, situations, cords, negativity, false light that we do not want anymore, do not need anymore. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what you will feel even listening to my videos. This is why this is called the voice of the flame, the temple of the flame, because the voice holds codes and keys that activate as you listen. Your voice also does the same. We are the voice of the flame. We accept this role. And it was hard for me to do it in the beginning, but accepting the role brings what you're looking for to the forefront. It means we'll also unravel some of our own crap, okay? But we're here to expand. We're here to constantly heal, okay? To change and master the selves. Enjoy. So, here's some frequency that you will feel, some different aftercare situations that come in. Like, so for example, you're listening, or you're doing a breathing technique, or you've had a transmission with me. Okay, these are some of the things that you will feel. The flame always works in layers. It doesn't fail, it unfolds. Okay, what looks like nothing's happening sometimes is often integration, recalibration, and clearing. Things are happening. So don't chase signs. You just allow the flame to rearrange timelines before expecting results. Usually though, within 24 hours, you can snap right out of it. So for example, if you've had an activation and it starts to bring up cold and flu symptoms in you, you might, for example, for me, my ear, and down in the, in the lymph glands and everything, can just feel like it's bubbling, and then all of a sudden there's that ache in there. For me, oh no, I'm resetting, it's recalibrating, I'm releasing something, I needed to change something, I needed to hear something, whatever it is. And within 24 hours, it shifts out. The body leads, the mind follows. After activations, you may feel heat, you may feel tingling, tiredness, emotion, sudden inspiration. Drink water, rest, breathe. The nervous system learns the frequency first, okay? The mind understands later. Your mind is going to be your best friend or your worst enemy with anything that we do and anything you do in your life. You can talk yourself out of anything. You can start overthinking a symptom. You can start over worrying about somebody else. You can start overcompensating, and it's all coming from your mind, right? And we learn here to master. You're never being punished. Flame frequency reveals density. If old emotions surface, they're leaving. They're not returning. So you're saying, flame, complete the release. I'm done. Okay? You don't want to squash it all back down again and have to start at the beginning, right? Time is elastic during the integration. And yes, I've got notes. Some experience shifts that happen instantly. Now that will come the more that you just expect that for yourself as well. The more you get used to this. Others will come over days or weeks. So don't compare your timeline. You're working with ancient architecture. It's not instant entertainment here. This is big restructuring for some of you. Stay anchored in your physical. Eat, hydrate, move, create. Every small grounded act locks higher light into matter. The flame loves movement. Ask, don't demand. The flame responds to resonance, not control. So using simple heart statements, show me what's ready to shift, or guide me to my next aligned step, okay, works. You can't lose the connection. Once the flame is awakened, it never leaves. If you feel distant, it's only your attention that's wandered away. Okay? Breathe and it will reignite. There's no middleman required. Okay? The flame speaks directly to your soul. Who you are as a soul is who I'm speaking to. Who knows me? Okay, you all, if you're listening, the reason you're here is because you know me. Maybe not now personally, but you know the energy of who I am. You have for a very long time. We've done this before. We've done this before. Okay, we created such a beautiful energy that was overtaken by fear and infiltrated by evil. We're taking it back. Okay, we're taking our power back. The teachers guide you, obviously. I'm going to try to guide you, but I don't own anything. I don't own your light. You have to trust your resonance. You have to trust what you're feeling. After sessions, okay, you can say something like, I am sealed in pure flame frequency. No false or mimic energy or residue remains. This can end a psychic bleed through or any fatigue as well. Gratitude, final key. Gratitude is the stabilizer of miracles. Each thank you, okay, does an energetic loop and anchors results in physical reality. Okay, so basically, things work in layers. Although it is an instantaneous process, okay, and your nervous system is recalibrating everything, you've got to get your mind out of your way. Bring your mind into the energy of having, of positivity, of wealth, abundance, of joy. Don't let others steal that from you. Watch what you're saying, who you're talking about, because it comes back around. This work is very, very fast. This work is something that is, it's not changing you per se, okay? It's waking something that's been dormant a long time within you. It's waking it all back up. So it just takes a minute. I know, I sat here with it all, the very beginning of the year going, what the hell is all of this? I did the Destiny Code a few years ago. That was the start of this. That was the start of opening the keys to the future, to the timeline, where everything you ever wanted is a reality. It's a tiny little step. Okay? The flame work integrates everything about the future that you're looking for. It's also giving us the truth about the Earth's history. It's allowing a repair, a healing of the Earth's grid lines, ley lines. Some of you are grid walkers. Okay, you really want to work on this most specifically. The animals receive. The sunlight changes. You might walk out in the backyard, right? If you've done some kind of activation or whatever, you might walk outside and suddenly it has grown, or it looks different, or the birds are reacting differently because everything is connected. So as you open, this is why it's so powerful, and why places like YouTube and things like that do not want me to broadcast to you what I'm broadcasting to you, right? Because if you all get this, they're screwed. Meaning handlers, controllers, the darker agendas, okay, the infiltrators. This has been going on for a super long time. But there's also been things that have locked into place for a certain amount of time as well, especially over the last 110 years or so. That there's really been an increase in this locking down of certain elements of our lives. Okay, let me just put it that way. So I'm here to expose, okay? And that's also the echo of the eclipses. We had this, full moon in Aries. We're just like charging ahead, right? It was an amplifier of this eclipse, which meant that it brought into motion a lot more. As I said here, the energy of purging of false relationships is there, false teachers, relationships, exposures, friendships, teachers, guides, people that you've looked up to, sudden splits. Look at the relationship splits, and suddenly famous people are splitting up, right? Churning point for old system. This is all happening as things are revealed, right? This is all happening. What have I got here? Oh, there's somebody else's notes there, not mine. I was talking to someone on the phone the other day, and there's the notes. Okay, so this is all happening. There's some more notes of mine. They will see, meaning you all, and you all will experience. It's real. It's alive. A frequency encoded with all that can never be stolen. Only forgotten, which is what you've done for ages. Or you've doubted, or you've had fears, or you've, been afraid. Only dimmed because of compliance, right? What does compliance mean for you? It's not like you have someone knocking at your door saying you must do this and you must do that, right? It's just an inbuilt system in us to do as we're told, okay? To do what we feel we have to do, right? And we're breaking those symptoms, I was going to say. We're breaking those systems, okay? We're breaking all of the little blockages that we gave ourselves to protect ourselves, all our survival mechanisms that we put into place. Maybe we put them into place subconsciously, right? But we are breaking those. We have the opportunity, okay, now to tell things, to tell the story, to tell your story. Flame sovereignty ignites your power. It encourages a new connection to your journey. It encourages you to stop explaining yourself, to stop worrying about what family thinks or what friends are doing or how will this look. That is not your concern. Your concern is what you are doing. And as I told my husband, and as psychologists say, if you're the black sheep in the family, right? The whole family hates you, they're all against you, oh, it's all your fault, right? And this tears you up inside. You know what? You need to think about it this way. You are that powerful that it takes a whole gang of people to try to get rid of you, to try to tear you down, to try to stop you. Has it worked? I mean, it will if you keep on harping about it. But it takes the entire lot of them to come after you, like maniacs that they are. Oh, this is it. This is going to tear them down. This is going to tear them up inside. And we're going to get together and we're going to make all this bullshit up about this person. And we all believe it, right? Let's all stick together on this crap that we're peddling. And we're all coming after you. Because you're that powerful, right? That you're standing there by yourself, right? And they have to bring their whole family with them. And it still hasn't made a freaking difference. Unless you let it. Are you going to let it? Some of these people are maniacs in the families. Total lunatics. And you're trying to make sense out of crazy? You're the crazy one? For a whole group to point a finger at one person. Wow. You need to snap out of that. Because you don't owe anybody anything. Even when you're born, right? All of your parents' real contract with you. And there may be some things that they had to do throughout your life or whatever. But the main thing is that you came into the world. Right? After that, they brought you in. After that, it's up to you what you experience and how you react and whether you have a connection with them or not. Some of you have wonderful connections with your family. That's amazing. Maybe you had a past life where you all were fighting, who knows? And you just came together like, okay, we've done all that now. We're doing this. Some of us have just no relationship whatsoever with our parents, our siblings, the cousins, the aunts, the uncles, what the hell ever, because they have pointed a finger at you or they've treated you terribly, but then because they all gang together somehow to blame you. Wow. They see how powerful you are. And the only thing that they can do is try to ruin you emotionally. So don't let that happen. Okay, this is your fight back. This is your fight back, and you do it with your happiness. You don't explain, you don't overcompensate, you stop worrying, you stop, being sad that they don't. No, they are all about themselves. They are projecting their insecurities, their doubts, their fears, their concerns onto one person. Okay? Wow. How tough are they? Really not. Okay? But you're extremely powerful. You're a warrior. So forget all of that. It's time for that to just dissolve. I spent so many years trying to make, my presence known or have an understanding of my family. And all they did was be dismissive, knowing that that's going to hurt until it doesn't anymore. Because I don't need them to make me feel anything. I don't want them to make me feel anything. I'm not accepting of that. I make my own way, right? And this is the turning point that is happening. The infiltration deepened throughout this planet over many, many, many thousands of years. And then as this happened, the guardians began sealing around the globe certain, let's just call them, I'm calling them a vault, like, you know, seal a vault in a bank, like a powerful place, right? So they sealed these to prevent misuse, just as you sealed areas of your body to prevent misuse. Whatever that means for you. If you were sexually abused, right? You can go one or two ways. You can either lock that stuff right down, and it's very difficult for you to be able to have a normal, healthy relationship, or you're right out there, like, here we go. Woo! Legs open, right? Some people, they go one way or the other. They haven't balanced anything, right? If it's unhealed, it's unbalanced. So we seal stuff, or we open things too widely, right? So we also, the guardians also put things into quarantine, just as you've done in your body, mind, soul. And this will open when we have the correct frequency. Opening your own vaults, releasing yourself, bringing ultimate healing in. We used to be able to heal ourselves like that. A thought, done. It hasn't gone anywhere. People just don't believe that anymore. So that doesn't exist once you start getting really, really strong with the flame. You command, okay? You take command of your energy. This is how it works. It's what they don't want you to know, okay? So, energy reservoirs. Still locked down in some of you in your body, but also connected. And I'm going to prove to you that something is connected with you. So, all right, this is an exercise to where you are connected to a powerful vault on the planet. And I'm going to say the Great Pyramid of Giza. I want you to notice something in your body. The Great Pyramid of Giza. You feeling it here? 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 Are you feeling it here? Here? Down through your body. Where are you feeling it? The Great Pyramid of Giza. Say that to you. What is activating? Where is it activating? Stomach. Where is it activating? Back. Great Pyramid of Giza. See it flash in your minds. We all know what it looks like. Where? Where? Don't analyze. Feel. Okay? Where is it? This is where in your body you have a lock connection to the pyramid. And you've locked it down. Some of you might have a band going on around your head right now. This means your whole eyes, your third eye, all of your pituitary, all of your glandular system is going like this, connected with the pyramid. Okay? What have you locked down in here? This is what we're going to pull out of you. Okay? And only you can unlock something that you locked. You've got the code, you've got the keys, you're punching in the code, you unlock your phone, right? It's the same with these vault systems. It also comes with breath, color, intention, all of this as well. Again, these are all teachings I'm going to share with you. If you're curious about that, okay, you want to know unlocking processes, have a transmission, okay? I'm going to teach more about it in a larger course because it needs some thorough representation. And it's not for everybody because there are some people that will not get an answer about this because there's something stopping it on a bigger scale. Okay, so some people are, unfortunately, even some people that watch channels like me are only doing it to copy, or are only doing it to use something, or to become, or have an agenda, right? They have an agenda with this sort of work. So they appear to be a certain way. They won't be able to have access to these things. And it's interesting because the people that have an agenda, okay, or are trying to copy it, and they're gonna do their own thing or whatever, right? That's fine. It just won't work for them though. It just won't work. There is a actual mechanism in place that blocks this on a deeper level. So if someone's trying to open something that they haven't got permission to open, it won't work. You might be able to break open the code, but it won't work. Not as deeply as someone that's connected with it with purity, right? With integrity, with light, with the right intentions, in other words. So it's all happening. You are all going to see, you're going to experience, you're going to learn. The $55 a month Patreon flame tier is a bargain, because not only do you get that, and you get anything else I've put up there on Patreon over all of the years. Meditations, readings, processes, and there's other webinars on there as well. You just get it all. It's just worth it. And then if you want to do something personally with me, hey, pretty soon it's all going to go to just downloads or just videos. So the live thing is going to be the only way to connect with me. That's not, it's going to happen in the future, right? So I wanted to have a look at these Queen of the Moon Oracle. I'm wondering if you're starting to feel that energy of the pyramid now. There are many, many, many vaults that are hidden, not just in places that we all know already, but hidden places. And I will be connecting with all of that and showing you how to do it. Unlocking time capsules, time weaving, got to learn how to timeline see. Okay. Come on now. Balance. We move into balance. We move into balance. Get our head out of the clouds. Purity. See? Oh my God. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Look. Head in the clouds. Eyes are covered. Eyes are covered. Eyes are covered. Across your head. I'm starting to believe that 90% of you are connected with the pyramids in your head. You locked something down in here. It's about to open. Oh my God. It's like holding the whole world in the hands here with this as well. The color white and gold. So, when you're creating your white gold flame, maybe you need to push it through your head and see what's in there. I don't mean that in a mean way. Just seeing what's, maybe you can start to work out how to open up that knot, that lock that you have in there, why it's there. Wow. Okay. Ooh, here we go. This is it's also sort of connecting me with this sensation that we need to be careful that we're not, what we're looking at. So we're making sure that we're filtering our vision a little bit, right? Here comes the abundance. We just had, oh no, this is a hunter moon. Here comes the abundance. Here comes the abundance. Who's here? The fox, the elk, the deer, the squirrels are there. What the heck is this thing on this side? The monkeys. Skunk is there. There's a wolf there. I don't know what we want a skunk around for. Maybe dispelling the negative. Remember that abundance also. If we're talking about wealth, it's a lot, you know, if we're talking about abundance, people think of riches, but we need to think of wealth in a bigger way, right? There's something that is brewing. I feel there's a lot of excitement. I told my husband 2 days ago that we know that gold's going up, right? You're seeing it every day. I believe it's just going to skyrocket into a massive spike, like to 10,000 or something, just like suddenly, okay? Things are just going to massively take a spike, a change, a shift, a lift. Things are going to change quickly. Oh my God, look at that. Change is what it says. Quick change. It's like, whew, everything's shifting all around and she's desperately trying to hang on. We don't want to be in fear of change, but we want to watch things. We want to watch the birds. Talk to you about that. We want to watch what we're holding on to. Is she holding on to something too tightly? Is she afraid of change? You know, it's happening anyway. It's happening anyway. Oh my God. All right, many of you are having, the flame is just on fire within you right now. Many of you are just having this activation without even trying, okay? Oh my God, sovereignty. There's your flame sovereignty. The change is the sovereignty. The change is our sovereignty. We're taking our power back. We're understanding who we really are. And we're not above anybody. We're not trying to be that way. You know, we're not trying to say we're better than everybody else or whatever. We want everybody to be on this wavelength with us. We want everybody to get this, right? We don't want to have to struggle anymore. We don't want to have to fight. We don't want to have all of these experiences all of the time that are negative and, oh, we're dealing with another drama or something else. We're taking our power back, adjusting ourselves accordingly, stepping forward, okay? I've always taught you this. I've always said to you, God, if only you knew how the angels see you, how powerful you really are. You wouldn't worry about anything, right? So we take our power back. We make things happen through resonance. How do you think the pyramids were built? Okay, through resonance. People focusing on the same thing makes things happen, okay? Ooh, this is powerful. October 19th, we are activating 7 flames. It's going to be pretty powerful too. Okay, and we're going to have this realization. Realization. Oh my God, we have the key. We're stepping right through that portal. There's no more bullshit here. This is, I'm sorry, I have to say the words. It's like, oh my God, aren't you tired of BS? Like constantly drama and constantly people like full of shit constantly? Oh, all of their dribble and all of their drama and all of their problems and all of their issues and all of their stories and all of their pictures, and they need attention and they need this and they need that, and oh no, this is happening. Aren't you sick of this? Because this whole world has been trying to distract us from the truth of the matter, okay? It's been trying to get us off on a tangent, onto something weird, so that our emotions and our minds are not focused on our mastery, on our lives, on where we're going and how to do it. And comparing yourself with others is all the things that they get you to do. Oh, this person's doing this. I know, because when I started YouTube back in 2010, I started YouTube. There was Doreen Virtue, there was James Van Praagh, there was all these different mediums, the Bird on the Medium show. I mean, there was just all these people. And you're like, well, who's going to listen to me? And who's going to pay attention to someone who's not published? And who's going to pay attention to someone who's just some country chick from, you know, Adelaide, South Australia? Like, who's going to listen, right? And I had all of those fears. I was comparing myself to people who were big time. Who wouldn't? I know people do it about me. They're like, oh, I can't do that because you're doing it. Oh, I can't do that because you do this. Oh, I can't do that because you've done that. So what? Who cares? You got to do what you got to do. Do it your way, right? Have these realizations, like, where are you held back? Because you're going to be forced. And that Pluto is going to rip itself up again for the next 20 years in Aquarius. You're going to be forced to look at that stuff. Where's Aquarius in your chart? Well, how many planets are sitting there? Is there any planets there? What's opposite to your Aquarius? Right? What's opposite? Or where does that sit for you? Right? Have a look at these things. Have these realizations and then change it. Change it. Be honest with yourself. I've sat there and written over all of these years all my own crap that comes up as a way of figuring out how to navigate away from the path I don't want so that I can share it with you. I'm leading by example. I'm showing you how to do this. I'm daring to be different. In a world where everyone's doing friggin' cards and then just saying the most ridiculous thing when they do them. Like, oh yeah, he's staying. It's a friggin' 10 of swords on there. He's not staying. Like, what are you doing? Right? You have to turn away. That's what ended up happening here. I had to turn away from the things I don't like. And that's just what it is. Like, I love and cherish my tarot. They're all behind me. Right? My youngest son in Australia wants me to do cards for him. Awesome. Okay, we'll begin there. And I get to say my stuff when I'm talking, like as I do. So I love and cherish my stuff. I don't love and cherish how the false light has treated them. So I refuse to play the game. Okay. And it brings you back into your power. Look at that. Your power comes back. It's not about ego. Like, being a powerful person has nothing to do with ego. Nothing. It has to do with sovereignty. Okay? Ego creates edits in your mind. Oh, you can't do it. Right? It creates doubt. It creates uncertainty. And what this does is shuts you down. It shuts you right back down. It shuts you down to the bottom again. Right? When you lift in your power, it's not about taking control of everybody. Why would we want that? That's what we're trying to escape, right? But it's about understanding yourself on an inner level. What are you here for on a spiritual level? Right? You're here to master the self. So that any single situation comes up, you're not going, oh, woe is me, poor me, it's happening again. Oh, of course it does. Oh, just when I think I'm getting out of the water, here it comes back in. Just when I think I'm all set. That sort of crap, right? You can't do that to yourself and expect a positive result, right? If I sat here just complaining to you all the time and moaning and bitching about things, right, all of the time, right? Who's going to listen to that? I wouldn't want to do it anyway. I wouldn't want to. I would want to show you how to get out of your own way. How to get out of all of your blockages, how to increase your power, how to increase your manifestation, how to increase your happiness and joy in your life, how to then attract towards you the life that you want rather than chasing it down. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And you're exhausted. You know, some people do the same thing over and over and over again, hoping that everybody's going to change around them. And that just means that you're resistant to change as well. You're resistant to change. You don't want to change either. But you expect everybody else to. You must change you for you. Nobody else. You know, who cares? Who cares what anybody else is doing? Who cares who's breaking up and getting back together and, you know, whether they're arguing online or what the hell's happening? We're just scrolling past all of this stuff and we're listening to things of substance. Because this shifts you. Watching this distracts you over here. That's not the direction that you're going. We're going forward, right? So we're lifting our awareness that way. Now, one more of these. This is a different deck. This is the Whispers of the... Hang on a minute. Did somebody just see something behind me at 4120? Did you see it again? Did you just see this thing going this way? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to look this up later. Something just moved around me, right? Come on. It was like 4110. Okay. I'm going to write that down because my husband's going to want to examine that. Back on task. Be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you are working on, right? Some fine tuning. This one. There was something there that moved twice, okay? One more. And if there was something flying around the room, we would have seen it before this. Okay, push to surface. You have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Here it is. Become aware of the dynamics of your life, okay? We definitely know that there's been a breach, okay? There's been a breach that's been happening with this infiltration on this planet. They've locked us down in multiple ways. Now, it doesn't matter. This is not even talking about, I don't care what your politics are, and I'm never going to bring them into anything. I've spoken about them before, and I should never have said anything. I do not believe in anything, okay, that has to do with someone controlling us. I have given up. I am let go. I don't care what the news says. I don't care what Trump says. I don't care what Kamala says. I don't care what anyone's Albanese in Australia. I don't care. I am not under that. I'm a sovereign being. I step away from false energy. That's what all of that stuff, all that puppeteering is. And you're all starting to see it. I know you are. The light is just shining into my room right now. So, on that note, as we move as a collective, these big things, you know, come in and experience these things. All you have to do is the Patreon tier, $55, or just buy a ticket. See if you like it. That's it. It's not much money. I'm not asking for much. And if you want to work with me directly, you know where my links are. If you want the free courses, the links are there too. templeoftheflame.com. Have a look around. Okay. There'll be more as I get more going for you all happening. And I'm sending so much love and light, of course. Be the flame, the voice of the flame. You all are. Okay. Take your power back. It's time. I will talk to you soon. Much love. See you in the next video. Bye for now.